Hey guys, welcome back to the Wall Street Bull. Anthony here. I hope you're all doing well and staying safe out there and staying positive out there, because there's a lot of volatility in the markets right now, especially with crypto. It's absolutely crazy. Anyway, we'll get into all the news updates today. Massive shout out and thank you to every single one of you who have subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash the subscribe button down there and turn on that little bell notification as well, because as you can see right here, I love documenting my journey with investing, with cryptos, dividend stocks, growth stocks, talking about passive income, building financial freedom. And yes, my goal at the end of the day is to build generational wealth. So come along this incredible journey. It has literally been insane so far. Also, if you can give this video a thumbs up, watch it straight through, it would really help me push this channel out to a lot more people, because the YouTube algorithm, it's absolute magic when you find, ladies and gentlemen, do that. So give it a good old thumbs up. It doesn't cost you anything. It's down there. I'm pointing to it right now. There you go. All right. Also, little disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and due diligence with this stuff. I do not want to see anyone get financially hurt. And also, my number one golden rule is I only invest what I can afford to lose in this space, especially with cryptos, because you can lose money like that in the blink of an eye. All right. So please be careful out there. Do your own research and due diligence. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the formalities are out of the way. Yes, I was up, quite late last night, and I'm going to go to the community tab right now. And again, I was watching Michael Saylor last night on CNBC. It was a great interview, and he said some pretty interesting stuff as well. I mean, like, the guy has invested around $4 billion into Bitcoin. It is crazy. He also said that he has enough cash flow in MicroStrategy right now to continue buying Bitcoin, and that is exactly what he intends to do right now. Also, he made a point here. No one has lost Bitcoin in the last 4 years, like lost, money on Bitcoin in the last 4 years. So again, if you have the intention to buy, Bitcoin or any crypto for that matter, and are expecting to get rich overnight, forget it. You should not be considered an investor in cryptocurrencies. He's basically said what I've been saying all along. You need to think long term. His plan is to basically buy and hold Bitcoin for the next 10 years. So again, it's pretty bullish stuff right there. Anyway, again, last night I did my grocery shopping, and yes, I spent $500 for my wife and I, just buying the basics. Literally, inflation is going so crazy right now. Prices of just, I mean, I don't even buy junk food. I eat just meats, eggs, fish, proteins, veggies. That's it. And that cost me $500 last night. I could not believe it. So pretty scary stuff what's happening right now. And also, I did put fuel in my car as well, which was just ridiculous. So, I mean, in one night, literally spent $650 on food and fuel for the car. That is it. It's just ridiculous. The world has gone mad, I'm convinced. And it's just crazy right now. Anyway, this is this morning. Obviously, I wake up very early, 6:30 in the morning. I wake up so early, it's crazy. It's still dark outside. So these are the cryptos that were up in my portfolio. RSR, TRX as well, Algo, ADA, and Ravane were the only altcoins up in my portfolio. So that's interesting as well. Some bullish stuff in relation to Ripple and SEC as well. Somebody's doing some drill works right now, so I do apologize about the noise. There you go. Judge Netburn may order the SEC to provide the internal documents on the Hinman's infamous speech right now. So this could expose the SEC's market deception and forced settlement with Ripple. That's out of Forbes right now. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. I'm so bullish on Ripple. I honestly believe it could potentially dethrone Bitcoin in the future. Call me crazy, but at the rate that, Ripple is being adopted around the world and being used as a bridge currency between banks and financial institutions, it could happen. Let me know in the comments. It's crazy. I'm going to get a lot of hate in the comments and from Bitcoin maxis, but let me know in the comments below, all right? And again, crypto and altcoins are up right now, which is really nice. Let's go to Coinspot. And again, this is where I buy my cryptos in Australia, by the way. Referral link below. Please feel free to use that. Obviously, you can get $10 in Bitcoin when you do use that. Please do your own research, of course. None of this is financial advice. All these prices are in Australian dollars, just to clarify. Bitcoin's sitting at $32,000 right now. Ethereum's at $1,800. Everything's up right now, which is crazy. There's the drill. So sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Renovations are happening in the building. Cardano's at 78 cents right now. XRP's at 50 cents, almost up 5%. Solana's at $51. You've got Polkadot at $12. Dogecoin is at 8 cents right now. Tron is at 9 cents. You've got AVAX at $26. Shiba Inu's up as well. Litecoin is at $73. Matic, 63 cents. You've got Link at $10 right now. Uniswap is at $6. Crow's at 18 cents. Stellar XLM 17 cents. Near Protocol still at $5. That is an insane buying opportunity right now. Do apologize about the noise. It's really annoying. Algorand is sitting at 49 cents. You've got Cosmo at $10. VeChain is at 3 cents right now, which is insanely cheap as well. HBAR, 10 cents. That is a gem. You've got Theta at $1.92. I was buying this at $14. Let that sink in for a moment. You've got Sandbox at $1.40. You've got Axie Infinity at $23 right now. IOTA's at 42 cents. The Graph's at 16 cents. Neo's at $14. You've got FTM at 37 cents. Quant is up today, which is nice. 5.52% to $75. So again, I'm only a little bit up on my investment there. That is so annoying. I'm so sorry, people. $7.41 for Waves. Keep scrolling down here. Zill's at 5 cents. Gala is at 9 cents. Yes, I'm pronouncing it Gala. What else we got here? Lunar Classic is still up 2.45% today, which is nice. And if you go down to my other favorite here, XDC is at 4 cents right now. And again, that's a gem right there. Moving on. Apologies about the noise, guys. This is so crazy. Anyway, this is what happens. Anyway, I'm going to get through it. It's all good. Crypto bubbles on the day. Let's have a look here. Everything's in the green. How nice is that to see that? EGLD up now 21% on the day at $56. Elrond right there. You've got Solana up 19.2% as well. And again, I think I should add some Solana into my portfolio. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. Now let's have a look here. You've got Basic Attention Token up to 35 cents today. It is up 23%. Again, I'm not holding any of that. Atom is up 16% on the day. Helium is actually up 18.5%, which is nice. And of course, Theta up 17% as well. Again, I'm still holding Theta long term. I've seen some pretty crazy price predictions that of hitting $1,000. So we'll see what happens there. Anyway, moving on. Now, this is interesting as well. Yes, I'm going to accept your cookies. More Terra-like crashes are going to happen. Ripple CEO predicts there may only be scores of cryptos left in the future. It's pretty crazy what's happening right now. You've had the UST, crash right now. Luna's crashed. Celsius is now having major issues around the world. Crazy stuff. And I believe BitBoy is taking a class action against Celsius right now. I think he's got a lot of funds locked up in there, which is pretty full on. So all the best with that, getting your money out, man. Since the Terra ecosystem crash that rocked the crypto space last month, the spotlight in the key industry players has remained on the viability of crypto projects. As the market conditions worsens in the wake of the crash, crypto companies dominated the discourse of the World Economic Forum this year for the first time ever. Even more notably, stakeholders beginning to publicly express their doubts over the integrity of several crypto projects. Echoing this sentiment in Davos, obviously that was last week, at the WEF, World Economic Forum, was Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse, who predicted that only scores of cryptocurrencies will remain in the future. Recall that he had made a similar prediction in 2019, explaining his belief by saying that 99% of cryptocurrencies are not focused on real problems. I mean, that's facts. They're not focused on real world problems. Straight up. They're just literally to raise enough capital to do whatever they need to do with CEOs. That's straight up. There's only a very few handful of cryptocurrencies that are solving real world problems right now. And I do talk about them on a daily basis on this channel. Doubling down on the narrative this year, the underlying factor behind Garlinghouse's prediction was that there was already too many fiat currencies. According to him, there are already around 180 fiat currencies in the world. I don't think that there is really a need for so many cryptocurrencies right now. So again, that's true. Doubt across the board a sign of trouble right now. Interestingly, Brad Garlinghouse was not alone in his gloomy predictions for cryptocurrencies. Bertrand Perez, CEO of Web3 Foundation, also believes that the current crypto space is like the early internet era and that there are a lot of scams because many projects are not bringing any real world value. That's facts. Straight up. That is facts. Here are some updates about the case. So the SEC seeks protection for an expert witness in the Ripple case, which is interesting. The SEC filed its request to seal its response to the amici motion. They claim that this is to prevent further threats to and harassment of SEC's experts. People should not be going into contact and trying to contact these people. Straight up, let them do what they got to do. Ripple's lawyers and attorneys know exactly what they're doing. All right, so for those XRP Army people, I know everyone's hurting, myself included. Just don't get involved with these people because you don't want to do that because you'll cheese them off. Just gives them another reason to start delaying the case anyway. So they claim this is to prevent further threats from harassment of SEC experts. SEC expert witnesses have been facing flack for their contributions in the case. Anyway, earlier today, defense lawyer James K. Phelan tweeted that the SEC has filed a request to seal its response to the amici motion to participate in the Debert challenge. So the SEC claims that while some information it seeks to seal has already been publicized by Movent's counsel, Johnny Deaton, the SEC seeks to seal this and other material to prevent further threats to and harassment on their expert right now. The agency further states that the expert witnesses understand that their opinions may be challenged by the opposing party and may even expect public challenges to their opinions in the high-profile cases. But no expert witnesses should expect to be subjected to the campaign of humiliation, harassment, and threats simply by agreeing to the act as an expert witness right there. No one deserves to be harassed. I mean, the only one that really does, in my opinion, is Gary Gensler because the guy's on a power trip right now. Let me know in the comments below what you think about that. There's some updates going on here in relation to ISO 222 format. The Depository Trust and Clearing Corporation, DTCC, the premier post-trade market infrastructure for global and financial services industry, announced that its subsidiary, the Depository Trust Company, DTC, successfully processed the US market's first ever fully automated voluntary recognition ISO 222 instruction as part of the newly automated voluntary reorganization service. Pretty big launch words right there. It's crazy. With the launch of this new automation, DTCC moves forward to completion of its journey to fully automate the corporate actions life cycle from end to end, helping clients reduce the rising costs and risk associated with the corporate action process right now. This is happening right now. The switch and the migration is happening right now. So pay attention to that. Don't let that slip your mind right there. Keep an eye on that. So we've got some interesting stuff about Ripple again. I'm so bullish on it right now. Ripple, XRP investors, let me just get rid of these stupid pop-ups right now, are jumping ship to Chronally.io amid the SEC lawsuit. Here's why. This is interesting as well. I'm not sure about this. I need to look into it. Obviously, the Chronally.io. There are hopes for a price of Ripple XRP as the SEC lawsuit sees major developments. The project has seen its price languish during the 2021 market rally, and recent bear market drag Ripple lower once more. Ripple was testing the $1 last year, but now trades only at 30 cents. Despite the recent positive sentiment over the potential win for Ripple, investors should consider the potential upside for the coin. Anyway, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this, but again, I don't think investors are leaving and jumping ship, just putting that out there. So if you're reading this article, don't pay much attention to it right now. Hedera hash graph right now comes to Switzerland. How bullish is this? With the technology only set to continue its liftoff, companies are beginning to see the value of going digital right now, securing assets via technological security and decentralization. Most popularized in the cryptocurrency space, blockchain is branching off into new directions as firms acknowledge its multi-tiered uses. But its blockchain isn't all that's out there. Kamal Youssef, right now, president and co-founder of the Swiss Hashgraph Association, recognized the utility of technology and decentralized back in 2018 when he first started engaging with Hedera to identify viable use cases, develop enterprise-grade applications, and decentralized solutions. Focused on emerging technologies, Youssef said that it was a vision for creating the Hedera Governing Council, which, again, is insane. The governing council for this has got major corporations, IG, Boeing, just massive companies right now, which basically is a group of up to 39 highly diversified, globally trusted organizations to steer the development and govern the stability of the Hedera network. Bullish as anything. For a public IT company in 2018, this was game-changing. The group that formatted has enabled Hedera to develop a third-generation public ledger, which combines both decentralization and governance, said Yusuf. There you go. So again, don't sleep on Hedera. It is definitely an undervalued gem right now. And I'm waiting for that also to be listed on Coinbase. Sorry about the drilling. It's really annoying. Cryptocurrency bloodbath right now. This is on The Guardian. Threatens a multi-billion-dollar hedge fund. Three Arrows Capital founder takes to Twitter to assuage his fears after a 25% drop in the price of Bitcoin in a single day right now. The bloodbath in the cryptocurrency sector may claim another victim, with co-founder and multi-billion-dollar hedge fund Three Arrows using Twitter in an attempt to battle rumors that the company is insolvent following the market collapse. With a net assets of $18 billion in its latest public statement, the Singapore-based hedge fund was known for taking large, highly leveraged stakes in crypto businesses and cryptocurrencies directly. It holds positions in cryptocurrencies including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, as well as equity investments in companies such as BlockFi, exchange and options trading platform Deribit right there. That's insane as well. I think we're going to see a lot of people get weirded out right here. You will receive this in your personal email. Coinbase sacks 1,100 staff. That is terrible. The largest cryptocurrency exchange has sacked nearly 1/5 of its staff via brutal email from CEO in the latest grim sign for the market. Again, that's terrible right now. So they've literally sacked 18% of their workforce, which is terrible. Meanwhile, you've got companies like Ripple hiring people during these crazy times. It's bullish as anything. And again, I was watching this last night. I was up late. Federal Reserve announces the biggest interest rate hike since 1994. I was only a few years old then, so it's very scary, guys, what's happening right now. The Fed confirms a 0.75% percentage point increase as Americans across country hit hard by rising prices and shortages of key items. This is going to have a massive impact on mortgages in the United States. I honestly think a recession is coming, and it's going to be a very big one right now. As mentioned, my bank managers said that it's going to be like the 87 crash. Literally everyone in Australia got hit very, very hard. So again, maybe it's an idea to keep some cash, and I think it's a really good idea for people to keep cash savings. Definitely something to fall back on, at least 3 months worth of cash to supply wages and so forth, just to live. Because again, it's going to get pretty brutal out there, especially, even it hasn't even hit Australia just yet. And I think coming next month, we'll see another rate rise here, which is insane. So pretty full on right there, and that's caused a major downturn in the market. Some other bullish news right here. Bank of America, 90% of US adults surveyed plan to buy crypto in 6 months. I'm not planning to buy it in 6 months. I'm planning on buying it and dollar cost averaging into it rather than buying it in 6 months' time. Dollar cost averaging for me has worked a charm, setting an amount of money every single week, consistently buying small amounts every single week and just slowly adding to all my positions into my utility coins. Again, I think that's the best way to do it. So again, a new Bank of America survey shows that out of more than 1,000 US adults, 90% plan to buy crypto in the next 6 months. Moreover, nearly 40% of respondents revealed that they use cryptocurrencies as a means of payment. How bullish is that? Anyway, hedge fund billionaire Anthony Scaramucci says his firm bought the carnage on Bitcoin and Ethereum. How crazy is that? Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci says his firm is still buying Bitcoin and Ethereum despite the crypto market crash. In a new interview, CNBC, the hedge fund veteran says that the cryptocurrency market right now, downtick, reminds him of March 2000 when the internet stocks were cratering right there. He's buying it. Listen to the big boys right now. Let's go to cryptometer.io. Let's have a look at where the money is flowing right now. BNB, Zcash, and Ethereum in the last day. I was looking at Zcash as well. Let me know in the comments what you think about that. I was thinking about buying some Zcash, ADA, TRX, and Gala. That's where the money's been flowing in the last hour. Let's have a quick look at Twitter. There's obviously a lot of doom and gloom out here. DJ Peter Vass, thank you for this tweet. XRP lawsuit, how a few words from the former SEC official could make or break Ripple's case. I agree right there. This is interesting as well. Yesterday's panel, thank you Crypto Eerie for this tweet. So yesterday's panel discussion, Q&A, the question of Ripple discussed with these individuals right here. Forgive me for weighing in, but Jerry isn't currently being abused by the SEC, nor does he seem to care about the waste of our taxpayer dollars right now. Have a listen to this. This is fascinating.
reinterpretation of Howie that I'd prefer. It'll probably be either settled or outcome on other grounds. Although I still contend that even though circuit by circuit analysis of Howie, which is what most lawyers will do for you, the SEC has a lot of discretion and the odds are in their favor. But if this case were reconsidered by the Supreme Court today, they had a chance to take a look at the original language in Howie. That language is pretty strict. I won't belabor it, but there are some qualifiers on that language that are pretty strict that have been watered down a lot by circuit courts over the last couple of decades.
Right now, the big one appears to be the Ripple case. I think it will take a while for that case to wind its way up through the courts, potentially up to the Supreme Court. I think it makes a lot of sense to file in a bunch of different districts in a bunch of different circuits and just have this kind of bubble its way up.
Now, I agree with Commissioner First when she says, we don't want to have enforcement, regulation by enforcement, where you wait until you have some big, massive case if you then have a settlement, and that becomes a template for the whole industry. But at the same time, I wish more in the crypto industry would go to court. But short of that, let's go to court. Why not?
I will also... Oh.
I was just going to say I've been advised publicly not to talk about my interests in suing the SEC.
Anyway, that's facts right there. Let's have a look. Keep moving on. There's other videos and stuff on my channel, but I'm not going to watch them because they're a bit long, obviously. Ripple remains unfazed by recent market downturn. Yes, I agree. That's bullish as anything right now. You've got Eleanor Tarrant right here discussing the pretty glaring conflicts of interest. Watch the entire video right here. This is fascinating. Have a look at this. This is in relation to Hinman, Simpson Thatcher. He should not have been involved in this case, guys. Honestly, he's got so much corruption going on.
And power confluence doesn't equal causation. But I will say, after many months of investigating it and writing about it, it's clear that there are many conflicts of interest here. And it's not just Bill Hinman, but Bill Hinman has, as it would turn out, as it appears from these documents that Jason and Empower have turned over, have gotten for us, it's pretty glaring, especially with the communications with Simpson and Thatcher. I will say, when I first saw that, I kind of thought, maybe these meetings with his friend from Simpson and Thatcher, Josh Bonney, could be very casual, just going out to lunch, just catching up as friends. We don't know their, personal background together. We don't know if they were talking business or if they weren't. But you have to go back and look at the emails from the compliance office saying, Bill, you have a financial interest in this company and you cannot have any meetings with them. So that, to me, is just very...
He's corrupt as anything, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, some interesting stuff here. Imagine if Ripple wins and settles the SEC with the SEC in the upcoming days, and the result of XRP becomes the only coin that pumps and dethrones Bitcoin. Do you think that can happen? Let me know in the comments below. I think it really could. You've got just in a Russian bill that would ban cryptos as payment method in Russia has passed the first reading in Parliament. Interesting stuff right here. James K. Phelan, another update. The Ripple defendants have filed their response to the SEC's submission proposed redactions to the SEC's letter opposing Moven's motion to file an amicus brief regarding one of the SEC's experts right now. So just more back and forth rubbish. The Federal Reserve raised interest rates by 0.75%. That's really annoying. Again, sorry about the drill in the background. You've got Kathy Woods right here. Tends to gain traction during difficult times. Innovation, yes, I agree. That is my Twitter feed. Every morning I wake up. It's insane. You've got here the original white paper for XRP from David Schwartz. Go and have a look at that. Just in 121,000 cryptocurrency traders were liquidated in the past 24 hours, totaling $422 million. Bottom line here, if you're going to trade, only trade with money you're willing to lose, because if you get liquidated, I've been liquidated in my positions right now. I'm still, down 90%. That's what happens right there. So again, best thing for me to do is buy and hold. That's it. Breaking, again, Fed increases this. MicroStrategy CEO Michael Saylor says it is an ideal entry point to buy Bitcoin right now, and I agree. And again, Johnny Deaton, just the last one here. Yesterday I asked the question, why didn't Jay Clayton do more to clear up ambiguity and foster innovation by providing regulatory clarity, considering he had the votes? Hester Pearson, Elad Roisman Elad Roisman right here. This is the letter of 16 members of Congress begging for clarity. They just do not want clarity. Why? Because they want control. That's facts right there. And this is interesting as well. Bill Gates, in 1995, Bill Gates gets mocked for believing in the new tech in the internet right now. In 2022, Bill Gates mocks the new tech in crypto right now. And again, it's really annoying to see what he's saying about crypto. We've got the total market cap in US dollars at $974 billion, $126 billion in volume. We're in the greens right now. 44% BTC, 15% Ethereum. Let's go to my watch list. Again, the only ones I'm focusing on at the moment, yes, Bitcoin, because I mean, that's just a store of value, and I'm holding that long term. XRP, Stellar at 12 cents, Algorand's at 33 cents, Hedera's at 7 cents, IOTA's at 28 cents, Quant is at $50 right now. It is up 8%. And of course, XTC at 3 cents. That is it for today's market update, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow. Let's stay positive, stay bullish. Let me know in the comments below if you think XRP will dethrone Bitcoin in the future. I'm curious to see what people think about that. Yes, I know there's going to be a lot of heated debate in relation to market cap. Think about the utility of XRP and what it's actually going to be doing. All right, talk in the comments. Stay safe, everyone. Peace. Bye.